Welcome to Win Dummies Players Meeting, episode number 92, a Win Dummies production. I'm the host, Smitty. Tonight, we're going to look at everything that happened in Kansas City, and boy, was it filled with a lot of drama. Then we're going to look forward to one of my favorite stops on what used to be on the tour, the Waco Annual Charity Open. Cool course, fun course. Talk about that a little bit. We're going to look at the Dudot XL and what it truly means to be sponsored by the Riverfest and the events leading up to and around that event. And we're going to see how awesome we are at Skip Base, see who got booted in Survivor, and we're just going to have a great time. So let's bring in a familiar face. Lucas, what is going on?
What's up, man? What's up? Happy to be here. Hello, everyone. Tristan, what up, man?
So you got in some disc golf action over the weekend. You were right there on site, which is going to be great because I've got some questions that I think you can give us some true feedback as to what was going on and at the event. And I'm sure you saw some fun stuff.
Oh, yeah. DB in the house? What up, dude?
Yes, sir. He's become one of our regs. Goes home, cracks a beer, sits in the recliner, watches us, dreams about the day I invite him on.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yeah, dude. I was in the action in the trenches. I got to caddy. I was supposed to caddy for Cadence Burge, but she's out for a little while now. And so her boyfriend got me a ticket instead. And he's like, you don't even have to caddy. We just feel bad because you didn't get a ticket because of Cadence. And I'm like, no, I'll still caddy, bro. So I caddied for him all weekend and got to watch some pretty dang good golf that didn't matter. Because I mean, it's wild because he had just a nasty forehand. I caddied for Bo McLaughlin. And dude finished, trying to see here. It was low. He made the cut that wasn't a cut.
He finished in 54th place.
Yeah, so he finished 54th. And Smitty, he played pretty dang good. And it just really goes to show the elite talent that is on display at these Pro Tour events.
Those dudes are good, man.
Yeah.
They're so good that, I know a few people that went up there and hadn't been to disc golf before, like B-Mac. Did you bump into him?
Who?
Brandon McElroy.
Oh, no. Oh, B-Mac. No.
Yeah.
Local
he was
B-Mac.
up there.
No, I did not see him.
Yeah, he had not seen it before. And he went up there with, I forget who, but I think maybe Ryan Clement might have told me he was up there.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. Chapo in the house. What's going on, buddy? Haven't seen that guy around in a bit. Usually we bump into him at some point.
Yeah, he's about to play his first tournament this weekend, potentially.
Oh, where's that at?
I think Capital City Classic in Topeka.
Yeah.
It might be next on his agenda.
He's making his way back. Says, glad to have you back, man. That's the thing about disc golf is you're never gone. Very seldom does somebody just disappear. They always seem like they find a way to crawl back into the scene. So, all right, Lucas, let's talk about it. Okay? Wait. Get out of here. Let's start where we always start. What's pop? What's been going on in the world of disc golf? And this weekend we had the Kansas City Wide Open. And I never really knew why it was called the KC Wide Open. No idea. But Brian Earhart said it's because way back in the early days, they said something along the lines of, we don't care what you bring. Bring any disc you want. This thing is wide open. And that just kind of stuck.
Really?
So, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool. And, dude, 44 years of this tournament, and it was a mainstay on the national tour ranks for a long time. And Casey's held multiple world championships. Just a fantastic disc golf community, great courses. Everything's great about it.
Yeah.
They really seem to bond together and support it. And let's talk about the course. Bad Rock Creek, Liberty, Missouri. Not Kansas, Cole. Thank you, Kansas.
I think Innova did it too. They did a post about Vinny that says Vinny in Kansas on top or something like that.
Yeah. I don't think the Missourians like that too much. So, but hey, dude, this course looks amazing on coverage. I've never set foot on the property. I'd love to go there and play it. Those guys make it look relatively tame. I'm guessing dudes like you and me would be throwing our dang arms off.
Yeah, I've played it once. I shot a +8, and I don't think I was unhappy. So I mean, it's that kind of course. Like it's tough, man, and it's long. There's so much elevation, and as you know, cameras don't show it.
Yeah.
So you can only imagine what it actually is if you've never actually been there. And I didn't get to see they had these awesome like graphics on the course of like the Nexus logo, the grip logo. And I don't know how that looked in coverage because I didn't watch any of the coverage. Did that look awesome for the drones?
Yeah, it looked good. Are you talking the paint stuff?
The paint, the KC Wide Open logo.
Yeah, it all looked great. The fairways looked amazing. The way they had them mowed, and you could definitely see the difference between the short grass and the tall grass. And dude, there's just so many different and interesting holes on that course. Very, very few times are you like, oh, I've seen this shot before. They played this 3 holes ago. It was from the very first hole, just every hole is just demanding, and either you got to throw 2 good shots or you got to be on your game or you're going to get hosed. There's not an easy hole on there, I don't feel like.
No,
maybe the easiest.
Yeah, it's still a long ways and it's uphill. I mean, maybe 9, but you still have to hit a gap. Maybe 10, but it's downhill and long, and you have a narrow green. Yeah, honestly, you're right. There's so many good holes. I think 13 is probably the worst in my opinion. They tried this year to make that.
Oh, with the ramp?
Yeah, they tried to make it a little bit better. I think it played harder than last year, and I think it played more, probably had more score separation with the way they did that, the hazard situation, but I think it played sucky for the ladies. But
yeah, it did. They couldn't reach it, so they all just threw short and then threw into the hill and skipped it up to the basket. And you didn't see a lot of dudes going at putts and not getting the comebacker. They pretty much, I think, decided if it's not a must make, then I'm not going to go. And I'm guessing you saw some of that back.
I would say I think it's different when you're not, on the chase, the lead card, because I saw, I think I saw a 4 putt on that one that was just back and forth, and it was a hard one to watch by someone that played really well up to that point. So like it was, yeah, those things. I think when you're trying to push the envelope a little bit, yeah, I got to see some things.
Yeah, for sure you do as you move down the field, and you're not with the super elite. You're still with great disc golfers.
Yeah.
But like you said, they're trying to push to try to make something happen, and the other guys are just, oh, I don't need this one. I'm just going to lay it up. They're just in cruise control. So, all right. Well, the ladies division was pretty good.
It was.
It's pretty good. We've got some Finns that they're looking pretty good right about now, Lucas.
They are,
Evelina had a great final round. I think she made up 8 or 9 strokes on Henna, which they never said it, but I think that's the new record for comeback victories. A couple weeks ago, they said it was 5 when Henna had the lead. And this was, I mean, she was definitely way out there, but
Yeah, chase car champion.
It's great to see these two ladies have some success because they definitely have had their share of downfalls. And we've been saying, a lot of people have been saying for 3 or 4 years, if they ever figure out how to putt, they're going to be unbeatable. So, and they haven't figured out how to putt. They figured out how to putt a little better.
Yeah, better. I think Henna's like 20% better than she was last year.
Well, here we go. Evelina was 62% in C1 and Henna was 68. And then 7 and 0 from Circle 2. But the reason they don't, if they can putt in the 60s and 70s, they're going to be hard to beat because of those next two stats. Circle 1 in regulation and Circle 2 in regulation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Henna had 40 Circle 2 putts, dude, that she made none of. Right?
Yeah.
I wonder why that doesn't say.
That didn't correlate right, though, does it?
Yeah, why doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Neither one of them. Maybe I got the wrong stat. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm pretty sure that's what Circle 2 was. Oh, well. Now I look like an idiot, but whatever. I'm used to it. Let's look at some of these other ladies. Owen Scoggins. Owen Dobbins. She was in it, dude. She was fighting back. She wasn't able to rely on the flick. You probably didn't get to see much of it, but she's battling some tendonitis, they said, and she wasn't flicking, and she was not putting great either.
Mm-hmm.
So wasn't the best round for Owen. And my guess is the putt's also related to tendonitis. Come from a guy who's been battling tennis elbow for a few months. It hurts when you putt. So, yeah. And then we had Missy Gannon. Man, she was on a heater. She was smoking it. And then she took a late OB on that around the corner downhill to the rock
14.
green. I don't know what that is. Yeah, she sailed one past off the rocks into the drink and pretty much ended her shot at winning. But she was playing fantastic. And then we don't see very often Raven Klein.
Dude, yeah, she played awesome. I got to watch her first round when I was watching Evelina, and she was on the same card. And I'm like, dang, she was just hitting lines, hitting putts, and like not doing anything that was like crazy, like, oh my God, but like just consistent, man. She played really well.
Yeah, and then we have Holland Hanlon. I haven't looked at the ladies' field for Waco, but I hope she's not playing. She, to me, looks like she needs a break from disc golf. She was angry from the very first hole.
Oh, really?
Just grumpy and cussing and mad at herself. And, dude, she has some terrible drives. First available on multiple tees, which bad rock, that is bad news in some of those wooded holes. But and then we rounding it out. We've got Katrina Allen again this week up there. Sophia, Jen Allen, and this gal here, Klesberga. You better watch out, boy.
Yeah, dude.
She's did you see her at all?
I did.
She looks like she's tall as heck.
She is. She looks insanely athletic.
She's a tennis player.
Yeah, I was. I actually. She used the bathroom right after me. That's where I saw her. So,
poor woman.
Hey, it was just a tinkle. It was just a tinkle.
Lucky her. I can't imagine that would be a good thing. So
it would have been. I had a lot of quesadilla from the taco truck on site.
But yeah, she looks tall. She has a good putt. And once again, Earhart, who seems to know a lot about the behind the scenes stuff, said that she hadn't been playing very long. She's kind of new. She's relatively new to the game at all. So look out, man.
Yeah.
She looks like when she figures it out, that disc is gonna go big. But I'm guilty of saying Taylor Josick was going to be a big deal this year, and she has been anything but a big deal.
Yeah. I mean, she had that one good event to start the year. I still
Supreme
say
Flight.
I still think she has a ton of potential to make it happen. She just gotta again get it all figured out, and sometimes that happens faster for some than others.
So anyhow, at the end of regulation, came down to hole 18.
Oh my God, Smitty, can we talk about that putt from Henna?
Did you were you there watching it?
I was caddying at the time. They pulled it up on their phone, the whole card to watch it. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
During their round, like walking down the fairway, they were watching. I was Simon, Harry Chase, Bo, and someone else. Yeah, all just watching it. And
Cool.
But yeah, that putt, Smitty, was not good.
It was. Hey man, it wasn't a gimme, that's for sure.
No, it was circle's edge.
And it was high enough to go in, and it was online. It was a lot better than any putt that she had thrown before last week. So it wasn't terrible. Right? She did have a couple of putts during the second and third round that were very reminiscent of her former putt, shanking them off way to the right. And, it's got to be nerve-wracking for her, man, to step up to one. And I'm sure she hears all the chatter all week long about, has she got it figured out? Was it just a one-off thing? But she made a lot of really nice putts again this week.
She did.
And like I said, if she can put 60 to 70%, upper 60s, lower 70s, she's going to be in the mix. But I'm just glad she didn't blow it on the last hole.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she had a look for the win,
mm-hmm.
and she didn't miss her comebacker. She got into the...
Yeah, and she made Evelina earn the win with a birdie.
She did.
On the hole. And I kind of think Evelina waited it out to see if she needed to go eagle or birdie coming in, because she was in a spot where I think she could have attacked the green and got there. But did you watch the playoff at all?
I just saw from statistics. Like I was following, just like watching PDGA.
They both threw it down there to the left, like they're like, the women are probably going to do all of them. And Henna was a little bit out. She went first and blew it by, because that green is not big. And Evelina threw maybe the prettiest approach shot you're going to see all year from a woman. It was flexed over probably a 80-yard three or something similar to that, and just floated that thing up there, landed it so soft, just outside the bullseye. It was sick, dude. It was beautiful. Yep. As soon as she threw it,
yeah,
it was over. I mean, Henna had a putt, but it was a long one. So so the ladies gave us a good show and went to extra innings, and two likable gals at the top. The men, though, we're going to have to dig into some stuff here.
Sure.
Cole Radalin gets the two-stroke victory on the shortened final round. Hey, a win's a win to me.
Yeah. He was leading the whole weekend.
And he was playing pretty darn good.
He was.
Two strokes, though, dude.
Well, again, he did lay up that final hole. It could have been 3. He probably could have made that putt.
Yeah, likely could have. But at the same point, there's so many holes from 10 through the end that one bad shot can screw you. Gannon Burr found that out the hard way on hole 6, the uphill, the greens up on the hill, and he 4-putted, man.
Yeah, 5. Right? 5. Yeah. Yeah, he took a double. Yeah. And I would say they didn't get to hole 12, which I think played hard as the hardest. Just from what I saw, anyway, it had to have played the hardest. There were some big numbers on that hole, and they didn't get to play that one.
Yeah, I would have personally, as a fan, I wanted more. Right? We'll
Yeah,
dig
me
into that.
too. Me too. I was there.
Yeah, and
wanted
let's talk about that a little bit then.
All right.
So we'll just kind of go in reverse order. So this is coming in on us.
Yeah.
This storm. You're there. You can tell us what's going on there. But what I want to know is if the Disc Golf Pro Tour planned on ending it at hole 9 from the beginning. And if they did, why didn't they just say that we're going to play to hole 9? Yeah,
agreed. So there's so many different ways that I think this could have played out that was better than the way that it was handled. Number one, even like when I went out to caddy for Bo, they said we're just going to play as long as we can, right? The TDs kept saying that, and ultimately, I don't even know if it's the TDs that get to make this call. It's the DGPT.
That's what
it feels like that's running the show. But regardless, they said, hey, we're going to play as much as we can. So it was never indicated that it was going to be just 9. So if the DGPT had that in their mind, they definitely didn't let anyone know that.
Yeah, I wish. I mean, and if they say we're playing 9 and they get to 9 and it's beautiful, they look like idiots.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing with weather delays is there's no win-win. Somebody's always going to be mad. Somebody's going to feel like they got cheated. I've been part of calling it before. Just even 2 years ago in Manhattan, we had the craziest windstorm of all time come in. It was dangerous. No lightning, but crazy wind. And we ended up calling the round, canceling it. And 30 minutes later, beautiful, right? Now, what I don't know is it doesn't seem like they tried to finish it. And they said, that's it, we're done at 9. Generally, they'll call the round, they'll call everybody off the course. You'll wait. You know, once the storm clears, you can go back out. Tell me a little bit about the layout of the course. Is it, from everything you see, it looks like it's nothing around it. I saw one building the entire time I watched footage. One metal building. That's all I saw.
It's kind of out in the middle of nowhere. I think all of the spectators have to shuttle there. You can't park there. And so I think ultimately, I think that's what made everything happen earlier, is because I was there for 45 minutes after, and it just started to rain as I was getting out of there. But there was still a long, long line of people, right, waiting for the shuttle, because I think there was only 2, maybe 3 that came, and it was just a little short bus, right? So it wasn't like a large shuttle. And there was a ton of people there. Like, I think this had to have been the largest attended event of the year. I don't know if it looked like that on coverage, but there was a ton of people there. But you're right. There's nothing else. So there's so many different things that could happen. Maybe just say, hey, spectators, see ya. We're going to continue, right? They could have at least tried to play the players. But then I think that gets hard too, right? Because I don't know. I'm not leaving. As a spectator, you can tell me to go, but no, I'm going to watch if they're going to play. So yeah, it was just it felt like a very rushed decision, but also anytime someone makes a decision based off safety and nothing happens, it's always a good call. Right?
Way better than the opposite.
Exactly. But it just sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that's also a little bit different. They have a way to get to shelter. Right? They can get in, like, under the stadium a little bit. I wouldn't be so scared of somebody at a baseball stadium getting struck by lightning. I think there's light poles and things that are way higher than the people. Last year, man, when Knopper and Anson and all the people at Cessna and I nearly got zapped by lightning, we got lucky as heck. And we saw lightning during the day, way off in the distance. And dude, this thing struck like 100, 120 feet from us. And it was the loudest, scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And, you know, you're out there on these hills running around. That might be you getting zapped. And yeah, I think it's the right call to pull them off the course. And based on what you're saying, that it takes an hour to get people out of there, you can't wait until it's there, because what are people going to do? Stand out in the storm? You have to call it early. I do think that you could say, you could try to say spectators go, but then once it gets there, where do the players go, Lucas? Is there player parking close?
So the players are right there. So like all of their RVs, all of their trucks, everything that they travel with is right there. So they could get to safety a lot more easy.
Safety.
But what is safe, right? Exactly. So they at least have their travel vehicles. And there was a tornado warning. So that's also talk about that. No one's really safe if you're just in an open field if there's a tornado.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the end, calling at that point is probably the best thing. I mean, you can't make people wait if it's like unsafe to come back in 30 minutes. That's what we would do at a tournament. We'd say, go to your car. We'll let you know when we're 30 minutes from we're starting. And that's, you know, how many times have you played a tournament that happens? Or have we watched a disc golf pro tour event and you finally get home to turn it on and it says weather delay. And that's what we're dealing with. I think the thing that had Calvin and Gannon and Rick so mad is they were right there. First of all, they were chasing, and it wasn't raining yet.
No.
So, but I think it's the right call by the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I think it's a tough call. I do wish maybe that they could have come back, and they have this rule now that you can come back and play on Mondays. But how many of the guys that aren't in that top four have the ability to stay the night to play 6 holes, 5 holes, 4 holes? How many of those guys just say, deuces, I'm out, and then work at whatever cash they have? It's just a tough call.
It's a tough call all the way. So do you think – so we got to talk about one of the biggest decisions they made was the previous night. The scissors. So the unexpected cut was made. No one had any foresight of this. A bunch of the dudes that got cut were locals that are playing a DGPT event and just trying to showcase their skills with the best in the world, right? And they paid a lot of money to get in, and they got cut. Only 30 got cut, though.
30%, yeah.
30%. So I thought that was a little interesting. Tell me your thoughts on this, and I have quite a bit, but I want to hear yours first.
Yeah, I would have cut more. Only 40% cash. I would have cut down to the top 60% at least, so 10 more. I would have also cut the ladies, right? We had gals out there shooting 20 over per round, right? I would have cut that field also. That would have let the guys start a little bit sooner. I don't know how much the playoff interfered with the men getting started on time. Had it went more holes, may have cost more of an issue. The Powerball throw also going off right before the guys is another. I mean, but we're talking 10 or 15 minutes for the Powerball throw, and we're talking 10 or 15 minutes for the playoff. But I think cutting 4 cards of women speeds it up. that gets the guys started an hour. At least we're 13 or 14 holes into it. So
yeah, I think with the women, I agree. I think they probably should have, but apparently, and I couldn't find true rules on this. And so apparently there is a rule that says because their tee times were set, they couldn't make a cut but the men's weren't set, so they were able to still cut the men. And that's why it happened that way. I scoured the competition manual and all of that, and I couldn't figure out exactly where it says that. I even asked ChatGPT. I think I sent you something on that, and I couldn't find even that worded the way that ChatGPT did. So I don't know how realistic it is, or again, it's one of those things that maybe there's different interpretations of the way that it's written. But I do think it would have been nice to cut some of the ladies as well as the men. But I also agree with you that if you're going to cut, you need to cut more. Right?
yeah.
Because that would have let it happen. Or the suggestion, I think you have to have 13 holes to make it a rated round. So just say, hey, we're going to play 13 holes. Everyone gets to play 13 and just end it there. You at least get through some of the harder, you at least get through 12. Maybe you even add on 18 at the end because it's kind of on the way back. So 1 through 13 and then 18 and then end that sucker. And that way everyone gets through all of their holes and you're good. Because if they did that, I guarantee they would have got done. But
Well, yeah,
again, that's hindsight.
If both fields are playing a modified shorter course, then yeah, that's a lot of golf not being played. Jack Lowe, who's a marshal, an official, he's ran world championships. He commented to me that what you said, that the times have been posted and you can't go any earlier than the posted time. And dude, this is 2026. Change it, put a message out, contact all those people, tell them what's going on. Is it the greatest thing? No, but once again, it might give us a better chance. Ultimately, Lucas, though, the only way to the fix to this, the course is awesome, the community's awesome, the time of year sucks.
Yeah.
So you run this baby in August. It's 110 degrees. It's windy as heck, but you're not getting thunderstormed.
No, just heat stroke.
Yeah.
Not that big of a deal.
Run it September.
When is Des Moines?
Des Moines must have been in August last year because Ronnie and I stopped on the way to Minnesota.
Run it there with Des Moines and Preserve, right in that kind of line.
Yeah, something has to be done. GBO fought this for years.
Yeah.
This in the early spring in Kansas. The weather is unpredictable, but predictably bad, I guess is what you would say. you know, at some point something's likely to go down and could be pretty dangerous what goes down. A twister could spawn up and we could be in trouble. So yeah, I think ultimately that's what they need to do. They need to move the event. And I can't imagine the KC people would have any problems with moving that sucker.
No, every single one of them wants it. Every single one of them wants it later in the year.
He said it like 3 times. I felt bad for the kid.
He did. And then I think Jerry even said his name wrong. He called him Redallion.
Yes, he did. Maybe he did that on purpose. All right, but we're not done talking about one last thing on the KC Wide Open, and then we'll move forward because hopefully this will be the last time I have to talk about this, but I doubt. This dude right there was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was.
I told you, I said, I messaged you. Are you watching Lead Card? You need to bust your butt over there. And you said, what's going on? I said, Gannonberger just got his second time violation on hole 6. And then Anthony Barella got one on the tee pad. But the two of them, I'm okay with all of them up to that point. But two of them I hated. Cole Redolin took one on himself on hole 1 because he was climbing into the woods to get his disc. The dude couldn't even get to his Frisbee. He was fighting through 10-foot tall trees trying to get back there. And he just said extension. And then round 2, same thing to Gannon. He was in a terrible spot. He's trying to get to his disc. When he finally got there, he took no time chipping out. I was like thinking, this is going to be ridiculous. But the marshal called him on a time violation and said something like, that's 55, 6, 7 seconds, and that's generous. And I'm like, that's a terrible call. The dude just got to his disc. I hated that call. I get it. The rule says 45 seconds from when you address your lie, but he had not addressed his lie. He couldn't even get to his lie.
Yeah, that's the thing is it felt like the marshal had no clue how the rule actually worked. And he was just, hey, it's this guy's turn, so I'm going to start the clock now. But they have to like establish their lie a little bit, right? They have to. Oh, yeah. And that's what I think they even had a conversation. That picture was like them having a conversation about that last round. Right. And how it should go. And man, it obviously they were trying to make a point, right?
This guy was for sure.
Yes.
Whether he was instructed to do that or not, he was doing it. He was timing every throw. And if you were from when he thought the time started, and he was nailing, right? Which I thought Gannon would be pissed after the second round, but he said, no, I'm fine with it. It was called on everybody the same way, but it was not called on everybody the same way. It was only
those that card.
That's right. And they tried to speed up play. They tried to fix the rule. I think it backfired. I think the rule's worse. And I feel like this guy or the Disc Golf Pro Tour or somebody said, hey, I'm tired of hearing about this every week. Get it. Make a point. Type deal. It was ridiculous. And I don't want to see that guy. I don't care about that guy.
No. Yeah, Gannon is a real true professional. He truly has been like handling these types of things really, really well. What I don't love is I caddied all weekend. I didn't see a marshal. Not once on any of my cards. We did 3 rounds. Didn't see one time. It's not like they're coming around to other cards. It's really just that chase and lead card. And it's just so unfair.
And they just need to abolish the rule, find another way. You got to keep up. If you don't keep up, something else.
Agreed. And you've had this conversation many, many times about how sometimes you're going to need longer when you are in the woods, like Cole and Gannon was on those ones. And then if you're truly just standing over your putt for more than 30 seconds, that's different, right? And if you're not slowing everyone else down, who cares?
Who cares anyhow? I mean, is it annoying to see him hit that chalk bag 83 times? That's what they need to say. They just need to say, you can't approach your life with a chalk bag in your hand, and Gannon would be way faster because he keeps chalk bagging it to see what's going on. You do whatever you want to, Ross. Those rules don't count for us, buddy boy. So, all right, dude. I think that's enough of the KCWO.
Yeah, but I do have to give one shout out. Okay. And this really, really sucks for the one person. There's a few people that this really sucks for, but I don't know if you saw Zach Nash.
Oh, wait. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, were you going to talk about this?
I forgot I had this slide.
Perfect. So Zach Nash, dude. All right. So he is sitting 10 under through 15. Okay. Do you know what the record is on the course?
14, I think.
Yep. 14 from Gannon last year, right? Zach is parked, and I mean parked, for Eagle on 16. So he's going to go to 12. But right before he finished out there, they said, hey, we're calling it. He's at 12 with 2 holes to go. He has eagled 18 both rounds up until that point. He's at least tying that. And potentially has a chance to beat course record and maybe even get himself up into a podium. Who knows if that's happening? But regardless, dude, he was on fire.
Making some serious cheddar on top of that, too. He lost $1,000.
At least.
Because he dropped what he dropped. He dropped from on the left is before they took out the back nine, and on the right is when they took the back nine out. Okay. Kind of hard to see here. But Zach was 5th, and he dropped to 7th. So the top of the board is some cash. Luke Taylor was 7th, dropped to 12th. Once again, that's a really good player. That next down from the superstar tier, that paycheck makes a difference for. Some other guys, though. Sean's boy, Raven. I had to put question marks because he wasn't even in the top 20.
Yeah, they
shot
made
up
him stop.
7th.
They made him they played hole 10 and they made him stop. They're like, yeah, we're going to call it after, so you guys don't have to continue.
Okay. Albert Tam, don't know where he was. Wasn't in the top 20, 14th. Parker Welp, same thing. So it affected people both ways. So I like one last thing on the KC Wide Open because I got a chuckle out of this. Vinny is a troll. This is from Vinny. He said, congrats, Yuli, for jumping back into the cash this afternoon. Gavin Babcock lit a fire inside him because Gavin talked trash on him last week. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yuli was so far over on the back nine.
That's so funny, man. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Casey White is having a heck of a season.
Yeah, he is. And especially at that tournament, thanks to his caddy.
Oh, yeah, Kenny.
Yeah.
Kenny probably had lots of insight for a guy that throws 8 times farther than him. So,
but hey, one more thing, and this is just me being excited, is the final round I got to be, when I was caddying, I got to be on Simon Lazotte's card with Bo, of course. And he's my favorite player. So it's just so cool. So let me just tell you I'll tell you 2 stories just real quick. On hole 6, that's the one that you throw straight and then you turn directly left. Well, he hit first available nearly, and he said some choice words and karate kicked a tree. And it was still like the angriest I've ever seen Simon, but he was still the coolest guy ever while kicking a tree. So it was awesome. And then on hole 3, that's the one you go through the gap and then you throw it kind of far down. He's like, he had a disc in his hand. He's like, you know what? I can't help myself. He threw it down. He picked up a spin, which is like a glitch. And he threw this backhand roller on the right side of the trees. It rolled up the hill and was like perfect. Right in the center. And it was like the most Simon thing ever in real life. In like an event where, there's ratings and all of these things. And he's doing a dang putter roller off hole 3's tee.
He's got 10 million reasons to not worry about ratings.
That's fair. But it was so cool.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, this weekend we shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
We move away from the Elite Series. we move into this new Jomez Pro Series, which kind of took the place of the what did they call it last year? Like where they're trying to get the lower tier guys, the qualifying event, Q Series. Yeah, kind of took the place of that.
They're still doing Q Series though.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's weird.
Is there live coverage for this?
I don't know if it's live. Is Jomez doing live?
I don't know. I haven't done any like hunting and searching. I hope there's some because I love Waco.
Yeah, I love the course. It's one we know.
Yes, we know it. We feel like we could play it, right? I think the reason why it's not on there is because it's short. It's weird. And it's probably kind of hard to film because it's so scrunched in. But yeah, we're going to tune in anytime over the weekend or on post-production, whenever we see it. We're going to say, oh, yeah, remember when Valadiaz, who's the chick to the Anheuser on 17?
On 17. Oh, Valerie Mondahano.
We're going to remember that shot. We're going to remember Hammer getting this. Oh, you're frozen. You look good, though. Hammer getting the safe call and
oh, no.
Probably not being safe. Hey, we're not unfreezing this. This is amazing.
No. You can still hear me?
Oh, yeah. Keep going, big boy. You're alive.
Okay.
You're back to life. Did you see how you were frozen?
Yeah, I did. That's just my normal face.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
I see. But how they've covered it so many times before, I can't believe that would be an issue. But I'm looking forward to it because I love the Beast. The whole thing's at the Beast, which is fun for me. You know, they have tweaked some of those holes, those finishing holes the last few years. I'm assuming they'll play those. I haven't tried to watch any practice rounds. I'm sure that I saw Gooses there, so I'm sure that they're doing some. But here's who we got.
Mm-hmm.
We got Vinny as our top guy. No Gannon Burr. No Rick. Isaac Robinson. Nick. No AB. No, I don't see no Ezra Aderhold on there. So this thing's wide open, dude, for somebody to get a win. Now, let's say Goose wins this thing, because he could. I'm not counting that as his first win. It's got to be an Elite Series for me to count.
It's not an Elite Series, so it doesn't count.
So
kudos, though. Yeah,
and the ladies' side, the field is also weak. No Holland. Okay, so maybe she was also feeling that she needed a break. No Evelina, no Henna. We got Silva, Own, Cat, and Cat Allen. So we might see some interesting lead and chase cards as we move through the weekend.
Well, there's been 6 tournaments on the year now?
Yeah, 6 different ladies winners.
Yeah, I was wondering if you saw that. So the women's field, regardless who's there, is wide open currently, which is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, look what Tristan said. Oh, Sean thinking Vinny, and Tristan thinking Sneaky Silas.
I'm not taking Silas, especially here. So what are you looking forward to most about Waco?
Dude, I just love the course. Truly, I'm sad that it's not going to be live, but I'm excited for the post-produced coverage. I eat up this tournament. There's so many different holes that I just know. It's funny, though, that I've never actually been down there to actually see it. But, like Paul sticking it in the basket, in the cage, on the baseball hole. There's so many.
That's not here.
Oh, sorry, that's Ledgestone.
Yeah,
Is that Ledgestone?
that's Ledgestone.
Yeah. But regardless, I really, really love this course. I also love Ledgestone.
So yeah, this course is great. It's fun. It'll be a tight. Nobody's gonna just boat race it. It'll be a tight pack deal.
Yeah, this is the Colton Montgomery special, right?
Yeah, he won it when COVID year when they
Yeah.
canceled after 2 rounds. So
Count it. Good job, Colton.
yeah, you got to count. It was a win. Last time.
What are you excited about?
I just all of it. I love it. It's just a course I feel like I could go and play and probably get my butt kicked, but
I don't know. It seems like you would be right up your alley. You're really good at those weird ones.
Oh, I'm a good weird guy. I'm a weird guy. That's right. And I can throw straight.
Yeah, that helps.
Throwing straight's kind of my superpower. So yeah, I mean, they would still smoke me, but I could. If there was a course where I felt like I could hold my own, this would be it.
Yeah.
So Chapo likes it.
What'd you shoot? 2 under?
Oh, he's played it?
That's what he says.
Like
if he's saying it's very fun,
yeah,
he's got to at least played it.
Probably has played it. So yeah, so it'll be a fun weekend. He went to Straddle the Brazos. So, and we have some local guys there, so that'll be fun to look at them and kind of see where they fit in. So
for sure.
Yeah, so it'll be good. I do like sitting at home and doing nothing but watching coverage. I love live coverage, so I'll miss that if there is none. But I'll also get a lot more yard work done.
Yeah,
because it keeps me from doing the crap I need to get done.
Right.
Maybe that's why I like it, because I'm a slacker. I am a slacker. So yeah, we'll get into our picks a little bit here in a little bit and probably talk a little bit more about it. But let's chat about why you're on here. Tell me a little bit about Doodah XL. Whatever you want to tell us about.
Okay. Well, this is the perfect time to freeze.
Better than the last one.
Goodness gracious, I love
you.
My camera.
Keep,
all right.
Keep
well, regardless, hello everyone. So a little bit about Doodah XL. We have changed the name, of course, from the Doodah Open to Doodah XL, and this was mostly due to us really expanding the layouts, making this. I told you, it's just my face. It's just my face, Brandon. But it's really because we've expanded the layouts. We wanted to make this thing long. We're really trying to gear this tournament for the A pool, for the pros, for MA1. Not saying we're not thinking about the B pool, but this is geared towards that field. And geez, my knees. I even stopped my camera and turned it back on. Yeah, okay, I'm back.
You are?
Yeah, I am. So okay, I think I'm good. All right, regardless, so we're trying to also enhance the tournament we're breaking tradition, essentially, is what we're doing, and we gotta move this and we gotta modernize it. Everything is being modernized, and if we don't modernize with it, then we're going to get left in the dust, and we want this thing to be viable for a long time. So we've included Cessna as a third park this year. So we don't just have our normal Oak and Herman. We now also have Cessna. The B pool plays just the classic Cessna layout, and the A pool will play the Champ Cessna layout, which we're really excited to get that. I mean, because that's a championship level course. It's gonna be fun. So all of those changes are happening. Plus, this year, Smitty, we got a sponsorship with Riverfest, right? It coincides with the same weekend as Riverfest. And so what we wanted to do was we wanted to partner with them, and they are now our title sponsor of the event. So what that means, they're not they're not doing a ton right now, right? This is the beginning stages. So let's just be perfectly clear. We're trying to build something for the future. Okay. So right now, what we're going to do is we are doing a little urban putting course at Riverfest. So this will be the weekend after Duda. We'll do a little urban putting thing where anyone can come and play. We'll give you putters to play with, and no hole is over 200 feet. All right. So it's just very, very fun, simple. Most holes aren't over 150 feet. So like, it's going to be fun, but it's like through some of like little hills back behind Century 2 or to the side of Century 2 down by the river. Okay. So it'll be really fun. And that's kind of what we're doing for them. And in turn, they are helping us with sponsorships, which we are notoriously just not great at getting. They're slowly getting us some this year. Next year, if things go well, we're hoping we get more and we can push this into an A tier. That's the biggest thing, is we want to build the money that we generate on this to give back to the players, but you have to have quite a bit of money to run an A tier. You know that, Smitty. So that's kind of how that partnership's going to work. They're also going to give some buttons, some free buttons. Those are like $20 a piece. So every event winner is going to get a button. So kind of cool. But yeah, so the biggest thing is the sponsorship opportunities, because if Riverfest is good at anything, it's getting sponsors. That's what they're great at. So that's kind of how that marriage is going to work right now. Some extra things I want everyone to keep in mind when it comes to this tournament. The first night of the tournament, we're running a swap meet as well over at Herman Hill. Hey, what's up, Ian? What's up, dude? Thanks for coming on. But we're running a swap meet, so anyone can come in, buy, sell, trade discs. If you want to have a table, bring your own table. You don't have to donate, but if you do want to donate, you can. We recommend you throw $20 our way, and we're going to put it towards our youth disc golf fund, which we've just started, because the next thing I want to talk about is the weekend before Duda. Ty Casper, Travis Bailey are running a tournament with. They've put our name on it because we've the title sponsor of this event. The Air Cap is, and it's 45 kids can play for free because we've put some money towards this. This is very entry level. Anyone can come and play, and we're really excited about that, and just trying to grow the sport, from the youth aspect of things too.
Yeah. So a couple things here. First, on this kids tournament, Ty and Travis approached me this winter with some ideas, because we love the way the Kansas Junior Championships is headed, but we're really hoping to make it more of a prestigious event, where hopefully we can get kids we had a few from Colorado, we had some from Texas, we had some from Oklahoma, but we want it to be like a premier type junior event. But we also didn't want to lose all of the come for your first tournament, do this. So that's their idea, is to host this one, and maybe some other people they said might be interested in jumping on and running a kids event. And we're going to have some qualifications to play the Kansas Junior Championships, instead of just anybody could come and play. So this is going to be awesome. And if Ty and Travis are involved, it's going to be done very well. And I'm excited that the club is backing them, and I think it'll be a super cool thing. They're doing that at Evergreen Park, which is the perfect place to have 45 kids come out there and hang out. You can easily get water or whatever you need to the kids. There's bathrooms on site. It'll be fantastic. They might even be able to use the the bathroom, the basketball court inside maybe is sign up. I don't know what they'll do, but yeah, that's super cool. I also assume that the changes that you guys have decided to make with the doodahs probably met from both sides. There's probably some people that are super pumped and excited about it, think it's great, which it is. And there's probably some people who think it's the dumbest thing they've ever heard, and you're going to hear the most from them. And that's okay. They can voice their opinion all they want, I would say. You guys are doing what you think is best for the tournament and the club and Wichita and disc golf in general. And kudos to you guys for trying something new. What I say about that. So I think it'll give you way more options to make courses division friendly with less effort for you. Like just the difference between normal Cessna and Cessna Champion.
Yeah.
You probably have to move 2 or 3 baskets out of the way to play the normal course or play champion course and put them back in for the regular course, but cake.
Yeah, exactly. And
So,
and we got, the B pool layout is going to be very much shortened. I mean, we're talking 2,000 feet shorter for all, like between all courses. Like Oak is about 2,000 feet shorter than from A to B. Herman, same, about 2,000 feet shorter, and Cessna, same way. So this will, and there's still holes that are tough for the B pool, and we've adjusted some pars too. So even if it is a longer hole, sometimes just adjusting the par will give them birdie opportunities where they might not have seen them in the past.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody gets on board and we have a fantastic event. It also lets more people into the tournament.
Yeah. We have 144 spots. I think we have 30, a little over 30 right now. I'm not concerned. I know, at least here in Wichita, we are notorious for waiting last minute to sign up. But if you haven't signed up, please go ahead and look it up, do.xl. We'd love to have you.
And sign up is getting worse. People are getting slower and slower all the time. So
you know that better than most.
I think the problem is, as long as there's spots, people aren't too worried. But when it starts to get closer to filling up, they're like, oh, dude, I want to play. So
yeah.
There's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, I'll give you a little sneak peek. No, I'm not going to give you a sneak peek, but I am going to drop something that I haven't talked about anywhere, and this will be exclusive just for your podcast, Smitty. But we are making a caddy book that's going to be very similar to like a Disc Golf Pro Tour caddy book. So you're going to have pictures of every single hole that's being played for both pools and exactly where the OB is and the OB rules. It's going to look amazing, and I can't wait till you see it. So exclusive news dropped here.
There you go. Sell some advertising for that baby.
Oh yeah. Also, if you want to be a T-Sign sponsor, $50 for one course, $100 for all 3, and you get your own T-Sign on whatever hole you want that's not already taken at all 3 courses. So if you want hole 15 at all 3 courses, holler at your boy. $100, you get your logo. You're helping support us and what we're doing.
How about
reach out to me?
Hole 6 taken.
Hole 6.
That's Duck's hole. I hit it still Duck's hole. He always takes 6. I guarantee he's already taken 6.
Oh man, yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Ian. Yeah, so Duck is not getting hole 6. I think someone else got it.
Oh,
I know.
Might have lost one. All right, Lucas. Well, you gotta help me out here, bro. We gotta go skip ace on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if you know, but we're terrible. We are in last place out of 18 teams. it didn't help that I forgot to put scores in one. We heard names.
Well,
in
I
one.
promised to do better than that week.
Yeah, we can't do worse. We had a decent week last week. This is we were 1, 2, 3. We got 6 out of 18. So we had a good week. Kyle Pine killed us. Absolutely killed us. So let me call this up. I don't know if you know, but we get 6 picks. Sponsor's pick was Freddie Mason.
Great. That was on my list, so I like that pick.
Okay, so Ronnie took him at 1,017. Okay?
Great pick.
All right. You ready for my first pick?
Yeah.
983.
Yeah. I was wondering if you're going to do it.
JoJo. 983.
That gives us quite a bit of wiggle room.
That's right. I think he's a steal. I think he's going to shoot way better than 983. I think he'll probably shoot 2, if not 3 rounds, 1,000 rated golf. If he's playing his game, I think that distance isn't a huge thing here. I also think JoJo throws far enough to handle some of them long holes. So I'm taking him.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Well, I'm not going to go very budget friendly early.
Okay.
But I have to go with this guy. He's on a tear, and he's a Texas guy, and I already shouted him out. So you should already know who I'm going here. But 2 top 10s in a row. He's at 1032 though.
That's all right. 1032, Mr. Nash. We can still average 1039 from here on out.
Damn. Okay. Well, let me tell you one more.
Okay.
And then we'll see. So I got a guy, Smitty. I'm not going to tell you his name yet, but I'm going to tell you some of his stats. I want you to tell me how you feel. He got 15th at the Big Easy. He got 16th at Queen City. He got 21st at Jonesboro. And this is not someone you're thinking of. I also went and looked at the OB stats for the year. He's top 15 and not going OB, which is, I think, good for how this game works, right?
Well, bogeys.
You're right. So, yeah. So, potential less bogeys because he's not going out of bounds. And he's a Texas guy. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No idea.
Jaden Rye.
Okay, well, he's like a 1025 guy, isn't he?
He's a 1029er, though.
No, that's not terrible. Let's punch him in.
Yeah, let's like those stats. What'd y'all think about that? Can I get some feedback in the comments?
All right. So, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm going the big dog.
You going Vinny?
I'm going Vinny.
Okay, I think that still works out, right?
He's 1049.
And then what? We can still do a 1040, bro.
We got a 1040. So we could go.
We can go Cole
Robinson.
Oh, Cole.
Not going Cole.
Okay.
We could go cheaper and try to get Isaac or Little Nick.
Yeah. Let's look at what this looks like.
Let's look for a 1040 guy. We got exactly 1040 left. So we can take
Luke Taylor and down.
Luke Taylor and down. Well, Ezra Robinson and down.
Luke Taylor's okay. Yeah, that's right.
Casey White is cheap, and Casey White might be good here.
Yeah, he could be.
Which would give us – he would give us 7 more points to play with. I say we just take the top guy we can take. You want to take Ezra? Or do you want to take
He just doesn't
Luke
seem like he's
Taylor?
been playing that well. I kind of
Or
like
Cole or Marweasel?
Yeah.
Or Joey Buckets. Joey Buckets has had a year.
I kind of like Joey Buckets, honestly.
We're getting a lot of shout outs for Hammies.
Okay, where's Hammy's at? He's 1033.
I know we're not taking Lucas Carmichael.
Well, I mean, if we didn't have this much points left over, maybe.
No, he's having a terrible year.
Judah's there.
Yeah, all of them are there.
He sure has. He sure has. Oh, Ben coming.
Big Scott Adams fan. All right, so do you want to go hammer?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it. Honestly, I think this is going to be your. I like Joey more, but Knopf. I don't know if you know how good Knopf is at betting. He's better at UFC than he is disc golf.
Well, he caused me to not put my names in last time.
How did he do it?
It was his fault. We had squad too, boy. We had a squad. That's what we're going to go with. We're leaving 7 on the table. That's fine. That's what we're going with. I like it. I like it a lot. All right. Cool. We're getting there. We're getting there. Survivor reboot. Look who we lost. Look who we lost. Patsy went down early.
Wow.
I know. And look who she didn't use.
No Gannon?
No Gannon.
These people.
So, yeah, any of these people who haven't used Gannon yet, better get him this weekend.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing.
So who could still use them? Sal?
Take him, Sal.
Anson? Snodgrass? Tate?
Yeah, they should all take Gannonburg.
Guys, don't do it. Don't do it, guys. I can't let it happen, Smitty.
I've already taken Vinny. I'm probably going to take Little Nick. I like Little Nick. I also got Isaac I can take. So yeah, I think I'll be playing week 4.
Yeah, you'll be fine. This will be one of your furthest you've ever made it, right?
I'm doing great. Judah is winning a pro tour event before Silas.
Dang. Coming in spitting hot takes.
Good. I've seen Judah play some pretty hot rounds when he comes to Wichita for events.
Judah's awesome.
Yep. All those kids are great. All right. Well, let me see. You know what this means, Lucas? We finally made it to the part of the show where we talk about what everybody's talking about. We take a deep dive into things to see if they are a big deal or if they're big deal, bro. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you sure? Because this is a really big deal.
Oh, boy.
They're making disc out of Crocs.
What?
Trash Panda took some recycled Crocs and made their putter out of their plastic and Croc material. I don't know if you know this or not, Lucas, but Crocs are good, buddy.
Smitty, I don't know why you would think that.
Sorry.
Now, I don't know if I want to. Oh, I can't say anything. Big deal or big deal, bro.
I mean, it's kind of cool. Do we have like a lot of like Crocs just sitting around though, not being used?
Not that I want to put my hands on.
Yeah, so that's why it's a little weird. So I guess is this like the scraps that Crocs has left over after they create their shoe?
I think it's just old Crocs, bro.
Okay, well, I mean, I might get one. So I guess, kind of cool. I don't know if it's big deal, but it's a fun partnership. So I'm going to say, big deal, bro.
Yeah, I think everything Trash Panda is a big deal, bro. I mean, I think the idea of it is kind of fun to recycle things and make discs, and
Are they going to have holes in the discs?
no, they're not.
Like rocks?
Be
That would be
completely
wild.
illegal.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't mean much to me. I think see?
Okay. Well, maybe
We'll have to go look
pour
at
some out of it. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, big deal, bro. So, all right, dude. We made it.
We did it.
Got a team. As soon as I hang up, I'm going to put the team in.
Yes. Do not forget, please.
Get our team in. We'll get up there and get out of last place. Oh, God. How embarrassing.
Smitty, I think you're taking the top spot this week.
Well, that's what I think every week.
Well, you haven't had me this year.
You watch. You'll see what'll happen. Every week, Joel frickin' Freeman was on a tear.
Is he there?
He was on a tear. I took him. He sucked.
Oh,
and then went back on a tear the next week.
I saw. I
Son
warned you actually not to do it. I'm like, you can't bet on him.
Never again.
He gets nervous. He's like, oh my God, Smitty's betting on me.
The Wyndham's took me again. All right, dude. Well, thanks for coming on. You got any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Sean, who came with me this weekend to KC. We had a really good time. Shout out my brother for letting us stay at his house. He just is moving to KC. And shout out to Cadence, Burge, and Bo McLaughlin for setting that all up and letting me caddy throughout the weekend. It was really cool.
That is awesome. Cool. That's fun to be right there in the battle right there. I mean, even if it is not the top card, it's still fun just to be that close to the action.
Absolutely.
Because you get to go places where even the VIP guys don't go, which I didn't see a lot of people ride up on T-pads, so they must keep them back a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
they do.
Oh, one last thing about KC. They got too many getting the hole guys there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I will say,
least favorite guy.
Yeah, I would say there's probably a lot of them. There was some alcohol being served.
I could have guessed that. So, all right, I got to give a shout out to my guy JD for going down to Salina and just smacking the MP40 division around. He went off on him and brought home the victory. He's really pumped to get the dub, and I'm going to kick his butt on Saturday in Hutch.
Oh, Salt City, huh?
Yeah, we're both going to be there. Fun little course there at Orchard Park. I'm looking forward to going there and playing, hoping for good weather. Good news for JD is I don't get to practice between now and then. This will be my third week without practicing disc golf.
Ooh.
Too many track meets, man.
Okay, I was going to say, is it injury related or just busy
Too many
related?
track meets dragging a brother down. Mark Bishop strikes again. That's what I signed up as. That's a guy that used to run around with Darren causing all kinds of problems back in the day. So it's kind of an inside joke between Darren and I.
That's perfect.
Yes, sir. All right, dude. Thanks for coming on, Lucas.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, if you want to get back on before Doodah and talk about it again, we can definitely have you back. So
okay, appreciate
all
you.
Right. Man. Yep. Later, everybody. Boom. Boom. Stream in.